A modern television is an interconnected machine that often anchors the home. It manages high-speed data streams for 8K video while simultaneously coordinating smart lighting and household security. In the late 1800s, this level of synchronization was impossible. While the telephone allowed people to send voices across a wire, transmitting a moving image remained an unsolved scientific hurdle. This core puzzle required converting moving light into electrical data, firing it as radio waves, and reassembling it at a distant location. Researchers used 19th-century electromagnetism and photoelectric technology, finding certain materials reacted to light by producing a measurable electrical charge. Successfully transmitting a moving image required more than just a powerful radio. Scientists had to invent a mechanical architecture that could refresh images fast enough to exploit the human eye's persistence of vision. The first attempt to solve this in the 1920s resulted in a loud, humming mechanical assembly that looked nothing like a modern display. In 1926, John Logie Baird demonstrated a system that used bright lamps and a large spinning disc to scan and transmit images. Baird's design relied on physical rotation, which limited the picture to only 30 lines of blurry resolution. These receivers required massive wooden cabinets to house the motors, making them too bulky for most households to own. In 1927, Philo Farnsworth moved away from mechanical parts. By using a vacuum tube to control electrical signals, he eliminated the spinning disc. This cross-section illustrates the cathode ray tube, or CRT. This technology used electronic scanning, where a beam of electrons fires across the interior of the tube to paint a coherent image one line at a time. Because this electronic architecture was durable and easier to produce, television broadcasting expanded globally after World War II. Families began gathering to watch news, sports, and live events in their own living rooms. By the 1960s and 70s, the addition of color technology provided a more lifelike viewing experience. This changed how audiences engaged with entertainment, making televised movies and sports feel more immersive. Replacing physical discs with electronic tubes removed the primary hardware bottleneck, allowing for a clearer image and setting the stage for a massive increase in global broadcasting. By the 1980s, the focus of television development shifted from how the screen worked to how the video signal actually reached the viewer. Cable and satellite technologies bypassed the limits of local broadcast towers. Using large satellite dishes, providers could beam hundreds of international channels to remote areas that previously had no reception. As viewers demanded larger screens in the 2000s, CRT technology hit a physical limit. To make a tube-based screen wider, the glass housing had to become so deep and heavy that the sets became difficult to move. The industry transitioned to flat-screen technologies like LCD and plasma. Their thin design and lower power consumption solved the bulk issue, allowing screens to grow to much larger sizes. Moving to a digital flat-screen architecture meant the television was now capable of processing complex data strings alongside the video signal. During the 2010s, televisions integrated Wi-Fi and dedicated apps like Netflix and YouTube. This allowed the viewer to choose their content on demand rather than following a broadcast schedule. Integrating internet access and software allows televisions to process two-way data. This moved the device beyond simply receiving a one-way local broadcast. Today, televisions feature hardware that rivals high-end computers. We now see OLED displays with 8K resolution and refresh rates up to 240 Hz, designed specifically for high-performance gaming. This side-by-side comparison shows how AI processors analyze visual data in real time. The TV identifies and reconstructs low-resolution pixels to sharpen the image. Because of these processors, the TV functions as a command hub, managing cloud gaming and communicating with smart home devices. This interconnected experience is a direct result of a century of engineering. It is a long way from Baird's 30 lines of light on a spinning wooden disc. Every time you turn on a screen today, you are using a device that progressed from a mechanical experiment into a central processor for the modern household.